Hi, my name is Robert Shelley with Shelley Law, and my law firm assists nurse practitioners with employment agreement and independent contractor agreement issues. Today I'm going to talk about how long a nurse practitioner should stay at their first job. Obviously there's a number of variables that go into that, and so let's kind of discuss all of those. So if you are a new nurse practitioner, you obviously have been a nurse for a long time, and you have an understanding of how the healthcare system works. But as a new NP, your duties certainly change. The level of autonomy that you have changes, and certainly your personal responsibility, kind of ratchets up as well. And so it probably doesn't make a lot of sense for a brand new NP just to immediately go out on their own and start their own practice. Obviously, if they are in a state that allows that. It does make sense to get into an environment where the nurse practitioner can learn. Let me go into detail about that. Anytime someone is starting as a nurse practitioner, the initial amount of compensation, although important, I think should be maybe third or fourth on the factors of a job. You need to go into an environment where you can, one, learn the most, and then have an absolute positive role model / mentor who's willing to teach, educate, all of those things. And then you're in an environment that's kind of healthy, meaning it's not a place that you hate going to. It's a place that you enjoy working. I mean, I guess that goes for any job, right? But starting off on the wrong foot with a terrible job or in a bad work environment can really sour someone on being an NP completely. I have had clients in the past that have got their NP certification and they've worked on a job for a year or two, and they're just like, this is not for me, and they just go back to being an RN or whatever similar position they had before they became a nurse practitioner. That should be the first factor in my mind. Going into a place that's going to set you up for success for the rest of your career. Good mentorship, great place to learn, and a positive place maybe for your mental health. Compensation obviously is important as well. The average nurse practitioner in their first job is going to make somewhere between $100,000 to $120,000 per year. So you certainly want to go into a position where you feel adequately compensated. You shouldn't take a position that is well below average compensation-wise. I find that jobs that offer very low compensation compared to national averages are usually cheap, if that makes sense. And so the support that you're going to have from the administrative staff, MAs, RNs, even the aggressiveness in billing and collecting the benefits offered, it usually falls below the levels on all of those areas. And so you don't want to accept a job just because I need an NP job no matter what. You can find good NP jobs out there if you look hard enough. And so just settling and taking the job because you need to get experience, it doesn't set up the NP for success. So I guess circling back to the original question, how long should an NP stay at their first job? Well, as long as the NP feels is necessary to be set up for success in whatever they want to do after that first job. Some NPs can start in a job and it's awesome and it's a great environment and they're being paid well and there's no reason to leave. I guess the number one factor should be if you have a goal in mind, for instance. So let's say you're an NP in a state where you can be completely autonomous and you can create your own practice. Well, you need to think, all right, what are the skills I need to learn to have, a successful business down the line? So you need to enter into, in an ideal scenario, this is what I would do. Okay, you're an NP, you absolutely want to start your own practice one day in whatever specialty it is that you're certified in. Let's just say you're an FNP. Don't go into a hospital and work as an NP, as a hospitalist or an ED or whatever. go into a private practice, either physician-owned practice or another NP-owned group, and get experience in that way and see, all right, how do they compensate their employees? How do they schedule? How do they room people? How are they efficient? The follow-up, the marketing. Soak all that up, and so that when it is time to transition out onto your own, you've had access to all of those things. Going into an environment that's not, kind of where you want to be 5-10 years down the line, just simply doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So that's kind of the answer to how long you should have that first NP job, as long as it takes for you to feel comfortable moving forward, and it has a great, or provides you with a great base of education and mentorship, which once again will set you up for success down the line. So anyway, hopefully that's helpful. If you have any questions about your employment agreement or independent contractor agreement, feel free to reach out to us at the phone number or website listed below, and appreciate you watching the video. Thanks.